So when you look at the complexity of people and all that makes up a single person, this kind of complexity had to have come from some higher power.
Why? You didn't provide any reason why. Saying the same thing again and again and again doesn't make it true and doesn't make it into an argument.
So if you're someone that doesn't believe in God and you think that evolution makes more sense and that people did evolve, I would challenge you to think of a time when life can come from non-life.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with evolution, which only pertains to reproducing organisms, but imagining life coming from non-life? Sure. Ask yourself what your body is made of. Cells? What are cells made of? Proteins? Are proteins alive? No. You, yourself, are life that comes from non-life. But if you're asking, in the environment of early Earth, how did the first self-reproducing organisms come to be? The question of abiogenesis? There are certainly strong theories that you can research. We don't yet know for sure about that, though.
Or in other words, if evolution did start everything.
No, evolution did not start everything, and no one believes that. Evolution operates on reproducing organisms that have a modifiable genetic code.
And the world started with a bunch of non-living things that people ultimately evolved from. Can you think of another time when life was able to emerge from something that wasn't alive?
Yes, like I said, all life that we see around us emerges from non-living matter. So you're seeing it all the time. But if you're referring to the event that led to life on Earth, that would have happened billions of years ago, and we don't know if it was extraordinarily rare or required a specific environment present only on early Earth, or whether it might be happening, in fact, right now, and those new organisms are immediately destroyed by the millions of highly evolved bacteria that already populate pretty much every square inch of our planet. And I'd have to say, if you think that's a valid question, have you ever seen that before in your life, can't we ask you the same thing? When in your life have you seen a deity create life from nothing at all? I'm guessing you haven't, right? Isn't it a bit risky to challenge someone to address a question that your own theory spectacularly fails to address?
Because if that's not the case, then where did life begin? You could say you just don't know, but I think that the most logical explanation is life coming from some originator of life.
Why is that the most logical explanation? There's no logic in that whatsoever. Scientists have already proposed logical accounts of how life could emerge from the ingredients available on early Earth, which are compatible with known natural laws. If you're looking for something logical, you're going to choose one of those accounts rather than the intervention of some unverifiable supernatural entities. How could that possibly be logical?